Boo! Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold stream. On today's stream, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be playing more of the Theme Chronicle. There's more decks to play. Now, I will say that it seems like the general sentiment around the Theme Chronicle is that they've kind of allowed a whole bunch of bullshit to reside within the format. And what I will say is that I haven't experienced a lot of that. I feel like a lot of the... I don't know. Just with any of these festival-style formats, there's just not really enough time for a meta to develop. So I don't know. Maybe it's terrible. Maybe it's great. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to continue playing it. I don't have any particular deck that I want to play, but I do have some ideas. We'll probably end up playing Warrock. Maybe some other things, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. I have no idea what I want to start. I can't play like Infernoble, right? Because they banned... Bro, my mic just exploded. One of the events where I can actually enjoy Ascent. See, there you go. No, what was I saying? I wanted to try... I was like, they banned Infernoble. Yeah, they banned Charles. That was the issue. I remember seeing that. And I was like, oh, what a pain. I don't think I've played Tri-Brigade. Brigade. Yeah. Can I play Lyrilisk? I spelled that wrong. Lyrilisk. Oh, why can I fully play Lyrilisk? Huh? What? Lyrilisk doesn't have a solo mode? Alright, well. Well, would you look at that? We can play Lyrilisk OTK. If I really wanted to. Oh, that's what happened. They banned the attack directly. Oh, I see, I see. Oh. Alright, never mind. I could play Unchained. I could play... Megalith. I could play... Wait, can I play Crystron? No. No, they banned all the good Crystron cards. Like Hulk. They banned Hulk. Cringe. Yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff that I can play here. Kind of tragic, huh? Kind of tragic. I have some Morph. Did they ban the Paleos? Huh. Interesting. No Paleo ban certainly is interesting. They banned Voiceless, right? Because they always do. Yeah. They banned Mitsu. Play Fire King. We can't play Rescue Ace. I don't have the Jirak cards, which is why I don't want to play Fire King. Because I don't want to craft that shit. Though I do have a fair amount of gems. You know what? Yeah. Let's build Fire King. There are so many times where like Fire King is playable, and then I don't end up playing it because I don't have the new Jirak cards. New, quote unquote. the new Jank cards. And it's disheartening. So I need this guy. And then I need this guy and this guy. Do I need anything else? Is it just this guy? If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send a Jank monster from deck to grave. And then this banishes 2 Janks. To special summon a meteor, treating it as a synchro, and then you summon the meteor, and then you nuke the field, right. I think you can play more. I just don't know if you do. Let's actually take a look. Let's take a look, Shay. Because I've seen some Fire King players here. Yeah, this guy's playing like more just Jank, right? Oh, I can play Impulse. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, but here it's just the Megalo. Oh, Kieran as an additional way to send it to the graveyard, and then Misk, because you can Misk and then banish itself to summon the Megalo. Oh, there you go. Then everything else is kind of standard. Aha! Okay. So yeah, and then Misk. I don't know how many to play. It is a fire, so we can at least do something with that. And then the Fire King. You. I always like playing Aberong, but I might be stupid. That's all. I just might be stupid. Okay. And then Impulse. Imperm. Fua. Ash. Roll. Veiler? Something like that. I guess I could cut a Misk. I don't need 3 Misk. I don't even know if I need Kieran, to be fair. I don't love Kieran. Right, because the idea is, like, if it's destroyed, you send another fire monster. Oh, I guess the idea is you send the Misk, right? Yeah. You pop, you send Misk, you summon the guy. Is this a 9? It's a 10. Okay. So if you have a Ponix and this guy, you can go into this guy, which then could set a Jank spell trap, which doesn't do anything. Banish 2 dinosaur monsters from your grave to negate the summon, and if you do destroy that monster, well, we don't have the ability to do that, so we would never realistically summon that guy. Do we have a 9 we could play? Is there like a synchro 9? I guess I could just link off, right? But wondering if there's like... We could go Mac. We could go Mac. That doesn't do anything. True. I hadn't thought about that. I guess I'd rather just keep it on the field for something like an Arvada or a Kieran or a Garunix. True. Let's play Hita. Let's play Amblo. Let's play SP. How good is SP? SP's okay. SP's okay. What else are we playing? Salamangreat, Phoenix, IPSP Dark, WP. Oh, Anima's good. The Nightmares. Salman. Great. There we go. Salad. Anima. SP. play a second one of this. It comes up quite often. SP, IP. I mean, I could play Dark. How good is WP? Play Typhon. No, Typhon's banned, right? Yeah. We'll play WP. Sure, why not? It's funny. You know what? We'll also play Dark. Why not? All right, chat. Do I have cards to dismantle? What are some cards to dismantle? Hold. You know, there ain't that many guns, huh? Huh. Do. I could probably dismantle all my White Forest cards. I don't think I'm ever going to play that deck again. I really wish that deck was more interesting. It just became very boring. Very fast. That's not true. It was mostly the Azamina card's fault. That deck overall wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible. I could decraft a Heck Your Hands. Or we could keep the Heck of Hands. True. True. Ugh. It's not really good. Decraft here. I decrafted the other Apo, but I didn't decraft this one. Just in case. Just in case we play a format where Apo's important. What if they bring back Apollosa? I would hate it, but I could see it happening. That's like the most believable thing possible. They just bring back Apollosa. They're like, that's right, we hate you. Hooray! When are we banning Called By? That's the real question. When's Called By getting banned? Do. Yeah. I don't really have anything. Okay. Tragic. I just wanted to be able to craft one of these cards. Can I craft a different card? Prehistoric Beast? Shumpton Runner? Alright, we'll craft a random Misk. Then I'll simply just pull the cards. It's that simple, chat. Trust. Watch. All Jurak Synchros. That's the only thing I'm going to pull. Watch. I didn't pull any of them. A tragedy. That's okay. This time. Trust. This time, for sure. Wrong answer. Damn. Power Tool Dragon. You know, the card everyone needs. If you're doing some degenerate synchro combo, which is pretty much every synchro combo now that I think about it. When was the last time you saw a synchro combo that wasn't degenerate? Nice. I don't know how they did it, but they truly did make the statement of like, you know what we do? We ban all the tuners. Actually, not hyperbole. Because that could actually solve the format. Like, I would not be opposed to seeing a Genesis-style format, except it's just no tuners. They just banned every tuner. Bergamot. I remember Aramage being a like budget deck in duels. And Bergamot was one of the finishers, quote unquote. Back when Duel Links wasn't just advanced. Well, we got one Jurak Synchro. Will we get two? No. Blue Sky. Go, 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 Goliath. Go, go, Gadget Castle. That certainly aged me. Bro, I was lied to. They said, don't worry, we'll give you an SR. And I didn't even get an SR. I was cheated. Or I was forgetful. Come on, double Evo pill. Well, I got Meteor. That's something. All right, one more. Surely this time I get it right, Copium. And then the next set they release is fucking Dark Lord, and I cry because now I don't have enough gems. Nah, I should be fine. Nah, I should be fine. All things considered. If they release Clown Crew and Dark Lord, I will be sad. If those are in the same pack, well, okay, if they're in the same pack, I'll be happy. But if they're not in the same pack, I will be upsetty. Hey, Fractal's here. I got cheated again. They said, don't worry, it's an SR. And then it wasn't. Again. Twice now. I hate it. Well, that's at least funny. It's in everything. Okay, Jurak Meteor from outside the pack. I was close. So far away. But I was close. No. I didn't even get... Bruh. I'm getting owned. Lost World. Hey, Black Brachios. Speaking of Duel Links cards. Very early Duel Links cards. Runic. Ritual Beast. I want to play Ritual Beast too. Ritual Beast is sick. Ritual Beast is sick. Come on, son of a bitch. Dark Lord will probably be the same time as Forbidden Crown. And Clown Crew, right? Everybody nod your head. Say yes. Yes, no. Of course. For sure. Yeah. What's up, Digi? How's it going? What am I looking for? Order update. And then filter by your... Get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy. I really only got 3. Man, I hate it here. My brother in Christmas. Clown Crew with the new Genesis mode update, of course. Of course. Yeah. Branded Fusion. Why is it not showing up here? What? Where's my Branded Fusion? I knew I wasn't going crazy. Also, I'm dismantling this guy. He was part of one of the worst decks I've ever made. You know, homies fucking hate him. True. Hello, Branded Fusion? Oh, is it because it's banned? Oh, it's because it's banned, isn't it? Hold. Hold. Yeah, fucking knew it. Hey, fucking net! I knew I was missing something. Wow, I truly got like a card and a half. What a travesty. You hate to see it. Do I have like 2 more cards to dismantle? Apparently not. Cool. And apparently my game decided to die. It was like, you're dismantling a Branded Fusion? Crashes game. That's not allowed. Crashes game. Holy shit. God damn. Hold on. I don't need 3 Mirror Jades. Smile, Copium. Do 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 do. I really should dismantle White Forest, huh? You might almost hate White Forest. Maybe Yasmina? I like the one, oops, one random stay here soul just not being banned. It's very funny. Didn't know I had a second channel? Welcome. Yeah, this is where I stream. There is no way I obtained Underworld Goddess. Oh, likely what happened is I obtained Underworld Goddess before I obtained Maxi. Or like I obtained an additional copy of Maxi or something like that. That's probably what happened. True, true, true. True, 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 true. Yeah, I really have nothing else I could dismantle. Tragic. Tragic. Unless... I don't need 3. It's fine. It's fine! Nice. Nice, now I have the Jurak package. Hooray. Only have 2 Mirror Days. I think, but yeah, definitely not, probably not worth nowadays. Yeah. Honestly, even having 2 Mirror Jades at this point, with the way that Branded works, not necessary. I think when Branded first was playable, I think sometimes you would see 3. But that was kind of it. That was kind of it, huh? Wasn't often that you would see 3. Meg. Send the guy. Activate effect. Activate effect. Pop this guy? Pop that guy. At Arvada. Modulate level. No effect. Pass turn. Ponics. Okay. Yay! My fave. Poseidra. Oh. No, my Ulcanix. Thematic, if nothing else. Yeah, but also, of course, they ended up seeing both Fua and Perulia. Why wouldn't they? So glad we didn't ban those cards. No, no, no. No, don't worry. They're part of solo mode. Trust. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yup. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is main phase? I'll go Kieran. Cool. Pop Ulcanix. Here's this guy. Ulcanix. Garunix. Mm-hmm. 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 Garunix. Mm-hmm. I go Kieran, which sends a guy. You'll go Arvada. And then Arvada. Vulcanix. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I think the idea is not any specific location and more akin to volcano in general. Because if I'm not mistaken, like there's a bunch of Hindu representation as well as a bunch of like Polynesian / like the Pacific Islands representation. I could be wrong about that one. But I don't think there's any specific idea. I think it's just kind of like fiery islands. And then of course deities that go along with that, right? Like Arvada. Or Garunix. Thought you despised this event? What? Since when? Valor Impulse is pretty good, but I do have to make sure that I use the, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I just really don't want to have to use the Impulse because it cuts me off of a bunch of shit. Uh-huh. This is this lame-ass Sky Striker. Impulse. Impulse 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, cool. Fire King Sanctuary. Mm-hmm. Fire King Island. Pop a guy. Summon a guy. Nope, Ash. Okay. Ready, Lightning Storm. Okay. Do we have Ash 2, Electric Boogaloo? Electric Boogaloo. And it's in my goddamn hand. You'll love to see it. Ash. Nope, cool. Nice. Is Nib good in Theme Chronicle? I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's fantastic. I guess, yes, the definition then would be good. That is how that works in English. Yes. Yay, Fua Fua. Yay. Oh shit. Ramp Engu. Whoa. Extra normal. Extra extra. Read all about it. Elder. Okay. Here's Fua. Cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't really have a good imperm target against this deck. Maybe just imperm the Retronari if they go for it. You know, probably be my best bet. Yeah. But I guess if they just keep this guy on the field, there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. All right, we'll Fua Tua. Ah, Droll. Sure. So now they can't do anything, so that's interesting. Mm-hmm. What did banish? Steeds. Huh? How the fuck are we getting steeds now? Yeah. Okay. Sure. How do we banish steeds? Yeah. Ramp? Sure. Banish Kimu. Send another Laura. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, my hand doesn't do jack shit. Unless they, unless I draw a fire, so. Does this grab any card? I'm fairly certain it doesn't, right? This guy grabs a monster. Oh, no, it does grab a card. Okay, I'm just bad. That's on me, then. Sure. Do we have the names necessary for this? Yeah, I guess Apelio. No, because they... Okay, I don't know what they're doing. So they're gonna grab Steeds here? Does this banish any card? I guess it's still need a Ritual Beast card. Huh. Oh, I guess they could banish themselves, true. Alright, something to start playing the game with. Never mind. Never mind. Had I kept the Fua, I would have been able to do something there. Nope. Nope. The best I could have done is wait a turn. And then they just kill me and it didn't matter. Why are we not just in-game? Why do we have to do this? Why is it that I have to decide whether or not I'm going first or second? Who in their right mind came up with that decision at Konami? Like, what? No, don't worry. We're going to have a coin flip. And then you get to decide whether you're going first or second and not the coin flip, because you would totally be able to make that decision. It totally should be able to make that decision. Just give me a game. I don't know why we do this. This whole screen could go away. We could just go immediately into this, and then just be like, you're going first, you're going second. Would there be a difference between, like, how we build the decks? Very silly decision from Konami. Girsu. No. Absolutely valoring that. Also, yay, Link ones, my favorite. So glad we had a really cool and interesting deck in the form of Orchist, and we just butchered it for shits and giggles. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Yep, World Crown. Yep, World Crown. Link 2 for Nightmare. Link for Mermaid. Wait, what? What? Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. Set a card. Sure. Crescendo. Activation. Damn. Is there anything I could do here? No, not really. I mean, they don't have anything is the thing. So if I pass... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to normal the Ultimates. We're going to activate the Ultimates. They're going to negate, they're going to banish. Yep. Now I can Fua Impulse. Before they have a chance to do anything. Cool. Never mind. I guess I get nothing, because of course they had everything. Unfortunate. And now a normal Harpour, right? I hate this stupid Link one. I hate how horribly it ruined the Orchist archetype. Like, it's so bad now. Almost entirely because of that card. Yeah, the Impulse. I don't think it matters. I think they just go, because they can just link this off. Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What a tragedy of a deck. What was the one thing that the Orcus deck needed to be good? A Link 1. What was it expressly not given? A Link 1. That's what made it good. That's what made it interesting. And then, of course, I hate how poorly designed Link 1s are. They're just so bad from, like, every aspect. I don't know why they insist on making Link 1s. They are truly an abomination. And yet, we still have to put up with them. And they also seem to never ban them as well, which is also baffling, to say the least. We'll grab this guy, I guess. Oh, Ponix. Droll. No Droll. Sick. Ponix. Add Skyburn. Sanctuary. Place a card face up. Sanctuary. Pop. Add Runix. Runix. Ya. Gargunix. Destroy this guy. Kieran. Send this guy. You. 1. This guy. Is that 1? Is that 2? Passage him. Dirac Megalo. Send his ass. Chain Link 1, Ponix. Add back to Ponix. Chain Link 2, Gargunix. Out comes Gargunix. Garunix, nuke the field. And then Ponix. Yeah. Ponix. I don't know, add Fire King Sanctuary, I guess. Yay! Orcus! That, notably, is not a quick effect. But it can just reborn itself, so who gives a shit? Why does it reborn itself? Truly a decision. They were like, you know what would be a good idea if we gave Orcus a Link 1 that searched the field spell and brought itself back. Genius. Great game. 10 out of 10. World Wand. Sorry, that's Crown. Sure. Sure. Was it Gearsu? Nightmare 2 Electric Boogaloo. Damn. That's funny. Sure. Wings off for Automaton. And they still have the Reborn Engrave. Trying to think how much I care. Not much. So I think we just nuke here. You. I can also Impulse, which is nice. Cargoonix. Impulse, sure. Galatiai, sure. Yeah, why not? Now what? I forgot they had the Nightmare in there, I'm not gonna lie. Sure, Harpor? Yeah, that's fine. Harpor. Impulse. Yeah. Now what? Now they go Reborn, this guy. And then nuke the field. Can they go spell under Impulse? I don't think so, right? No. Okay, cool. Stero. Cool. Cool. Uh-huh. Imperm's funny. Yup. This guy. Here. Blow up the field. Ponix. Sanctuary. Let's go Island here. Pop card. Ash. Yes, sir. Coolio. Okay. Normal this guy. Effective this guy. Add Skyburn. Combat. I go Anima, Dark, Steel, and then they don't have anything. They could like summon this guy. That kind of sucks though, huh? I could go Anima SP, Banish, and then they really wouldn't have anything, huh? But then again, I don't have my Skyburn at that point, nor a guy to trigger off of it. Yeah, okay, we'll just pass. We'll just pass the turn. Kind of nothing I can do about that. Like, if they want to, they just get whatever they choose here. Though I guess this guy's also banished, so he's at 1. So they can't really do anything about that. Banish. Galatea? Huh? The hell did we banish Galatea? Pitch nib, comedy. Comedy! What are we adding? Add back this guy? We can't summon? It's just Babel here, right? Yeah, it's like always Babel. Okay, add Babel, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Garunix. Pop. I don't really want to pop Kieran here. We'll go Urvada here. Urvada effect. Summon back this guy. You just have to summon a guy, right? Summons. Yeah, special summons. Short. Send a guy. Did they not have another thing to banish? Oh. Yeah. Okay, they didn't have another thing to banish. That makes more sense. Target to banish Orcus, special summon it. Sure. Galatea. Notably, Galatea doesn't have the ability to be activated at quick effect speed, so we get to go for this guy. Where they have a chance to activate. Because I popped Babel. That was a cool game. That was pretty fun. I still think Orcus is pretty strong. Just because any Orcus name translates into the whole line, which is very powerful. So, it's kind of silly that the link... I feel like what they should have done is... I think you leave everything else unbanned. You just ban the link one. Just the link one. Literally everything else can remain untouched. Just that link one. And I think that probably brings it in line with the rest of the game. I think that could have been cool. I understand technically why they did that, but they're wrong. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Oh, Ash, they don't have anything. I'm kind of confused. They don't have Drolls, they don't have Ash, they don't have Impulse, they don't have... Good Quebin. Good Quebin. Alright, this guy. Ulcanix. Gargunix. Oh, they probably have like some stupid kaiju, huh? Yeah. Yeah, 8 to 0. Alright, pop the Kieran. Kieran. Send Misk. Misk. I got like IP Masquerino. I gotta also added back a thing here, though I don't know what I would have done with that. Yeah, I think it's just go IP with these two. Yup. Alright, cool. Pass the turn. Pop. Trigger. Send Astero. And then Barong. In standby phase, trigger the effect of the Barong to add a Kieran. Or get Ash, one of the two. Add Kieran. Lightning Storm, short. Spells and traps, short. Droplet. This is monster. Other monster effects? Opponent's card effects. Yes. Opponent's card effects. Do I have anything in grave that's useful? Yeah. Okay, we'll go like this. We'll go Hita. Let's pop Kieran. Go Garunix, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Kieran. Sure. Yeah. The hell are we playing? Droplet, Lightning Storm, Impulse. The hell? What is this? What am I playing against? Arvada. For Barong. Yeet. Now what? Oh, it's motherfucking Ice Jade. Oh, it's Ice Barrier. Oh, cringe. Okay, sure. That's it. Blow up the field. Kill them all. Cool. So far, the Jurak cards have been putting in work. Turns out nuking the entire field is pretty good. Who would have guessed? Me, I would have. Bro's name is QuickTime Event. It's just QTE, but QuickTime Event. El primero. Okay. I'm interested. The hell are we planning to go second? This hand kind of sucks balls, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the worst, but it's not the greatest. Volcanics. Huh. Huh. Owned. Deserved. Reasonable. Got him. Let's go. I'll take a win over Striker any day of the week. Is this the same person? Please tell me this is the same person. It'd be funny. It'd be hee hee ha ha funny. Wow, this hand is garbage. This hand is garbage. Wow. What? That's funny. That's funny that you think that I'm gonna do shit here. No, I actually am. I kind of have to. Misk. Misk. Banish, summon Ash? No Ash, Pog. Cool, pass the turn. That's the whole ass turn. Isn't that crazy? What a good turn. I love it. Comedy. Rhoda! Whoa. Who would have guessed? Sky Striker with the Sky Striker field and the Sky Striker mate and the Sky Striker icon and the Sky Striker icon frame and the Sky Striker sleeves? And going second? Whoa. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Not me. Nope, not me. Nope, not I. Yep, some guy. Guess what? I have a second. Blue with two, electric blue. And a big old fuck you. Do you have Ash? They're thinking about it? No. Wow, crazy. Who would have guessed? Settle. Short. Add a Striker spell trap. No. Yay, Sky Striker. Am I right, Striker? Linkage. Not linkage. The other one. Widow Anchor. Right? Droplet. Please tell me we just lose to this Garunix here. That'd be super funny. Sure. Engage. Man, I'm so glad we have a way of searching any spell and or trap. What a good card design. It's not like there are cards that are specifically limited and or banned and or just not searchable through generic means or even archetypal means for this exact express purpose. Nope. Nope. That's normal. That's expected, right? Smile. Boogie. Garunix. Negate. Steal. Yep, how fun! Should have put sideways, to be fair. This is the one that says it negates its effects, but it doesn't hurt their attacks. Oh, that was kind of stupid for me. Uh-huh. Sure. Is that Papaponics? Whoa, crazy. Too bad they don't do Jank and or shit here. Ain't that fun? Oh, what the hell? Wow, I really didn't think I'd get this far. Okay. Kieran. Runix. Runix. Kieran. I don't have Misk, do I? Dang. Okay, we'll go Volcanix. Volcanix. Summon this guy. Heat. Fuck yeah. Why not? Terrible use of cards. Holy shit, that was the worst thing they could have done there. Because it's gonna resolve, no matter what they pop, doesn't matter, I get 2 guys back. Or they could just not pop, which also does nothing. Because I just nuked them. We'll summon you and you. Add... Have I used your effect? No. I guess Arvada's probably the correct choice here. Since I haven't normaled. I'll go Arvada. I'll go Kieran. Kieran. You. Kieran. Pop it. Ponix. Fua. Oh, Perulina. Sure. Grab Skyburn. Yeet. That's funny. Do you have a Ash or something like that? No. Okay. I'll go... I go Anima, I go Dark, I go Dark Steel... Zero? Zero can't be used as link material though, so maybe not. I know they have Fua. Or Perulia, 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'll just go combat here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hiya! Did this guy get destroyed? No, I summoned with him. Put me 2. Like evenly or something. It's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, we'll just set and pass. Pass the turn. Back to you. And they don't have engage, so they can't engage here. Strone. Strone. Sure. Oh. Send Barong. Uh-huh. Yep. Get in. Bayrong. Add Skyburn 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's funny that they drew a card that actually did something for them. Like, they drew one of the few cards that is actively good. We just punch them, right? No. They're a Sky Striker player. We actually play the game here. We continue to make them suffer. Ponix. Ponix. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Nope. Activate, pop card. Pop the Kieran. Add a Garunix. So now I have 2 Garunix. We'll send a guy. Just because we can. Why not? I guess we'll send this guy. Not as useful. I should have sent a Ponix, to be fair. It's fine. Cool. We'll go... Do you have an Ashen Grave? Nah. We'll go Anima. Anima into Dahark. What if they report me for slow play? Damn. Anyway. Grab Ray. Ray. Yeah. I think this is also technically the correct line of play, which sounds crazy. But technically speaking, I don't know what's in my opponent's hand. Right? Could be anything. But by doing this, I can go dark with the Garunix to go into SP and banish the second Ray from their grave. And with the 1 Ray on my field and the 1 Ray banished from the grave, that is technically the correct thing to do. And by technically, I mean, like, it is the most ways that I can stop them from potentially killing me if they have a way of, like, stopping that attack. Now, granted, I don't think they do. Right. But if they did... Yeah, Tenyu is always fun. I enjoy Tenyu. They could have had Gores. No, that wouldn't have done it either. They could have had... spell? Gores? Forget I said anything. The point is I wanted to make my opponent suffer. because they were playing Sky Striker. It's that simple. Okay, chat. We have we took a look at Flame Swordsman. We took a look at the top decks. For the most part, it's pretty much what you would expect, right? Like across the board, it's like Orchist and Mermail and Orchist and Ice Barrier and Sky Striker and Fire Kings on here. And then there's some interesting things like Endymion's on here. Just like a pure Jurak. You know, True Draco's here, which I'm surprised is playable. Normally they hate that deck. 6 AM, though that's also to be expected. Anyway, very interesting. Though I will say, this is one of my favorite events. I thoroughly enjoy this event. I think it's fantastic. I think it's been leaning worse and worse as time has gone on, just because there's been more decks overall. So it doesn't really make sense to continually make it a low power format. But apparently some people think that this format sucks because now it's whatever this is. Adamancipator can turbo out Nat Beast, which is true, right? Like that sucks. Teller Knight can turn skip, true. Now both of these are fairly inconsistent as far as I am aware. I don't think the Teller Knight stuff. I'd have to look at the Teller Knight stuff, but I don't think they have all of their stuff. But I'd have to double check. 6 Sam can infinite, which is not true. There is not a way for a 6 Samurai to go infinite, but I understand the sentiment. There's that. The Loner suck, which is not true. This might be the most degenerate format of all time. Brother has not played the game in any capacity. So, yeah. Oh, and Herald Drytron is legal, which certainly doesn't have like 10 million outs at this point, and it dies to like a single hand trap. So sure, I do agree with the overall sentiment of like, oh, there's a bunch of bullshit. But that's every format at every point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Like, you could say the same thing about GOAT format and having access to different format. You could say that about Edison format and Mirror Force. Right? And as much as I do agree overall with the sentiment of like, oh, I wish this format had a little bit more restrictions, and I wish they had taken a few additional things behind the shed, for the most part, it's still fun. Like, this is still way more interesting than like every other format. Oh yeah, the Charmies are the Charmies do exist. You can play Charmies, and they do actually work. But also, ew, Charmies. I do kind of wish it would be more of a heavy restriction on like what would be cool is if they removed a lot of the cards that are like staples that you would see outside of the solo mode. Like, for example, if you removed like the Charmies or Imperm or I guess Imperm is in some of the decks, but like I don't think Ash is very prominent, right? I don't think like Lightning Storm or Herpes Feather Duster or stuff of that nature. But I think just like removing some of the staples and genuinely curating a format that is designed around these cards would be more advantageous, right? Like, oh, hey, maybe Naturia, even though it is a solo mode deck, shouldn't be able to have Nat Beast because Nat Beast is not going to be played in Naturia, but it's going to be played in a bunch of other decks, right? So maybe do something of that nature. Maybe, you know, banning Block Dragon, even though it helps like Megalith and other such shenanigans, right? But again, for the most part, I haven't seen like the most common deck has been Orchist, which is a fine deck. Like, yeah, it's a little frustrating that they have the Link 1, but other than that, even with that, it's still fine. I still find it okay. Like, I have no issue with the Link 1 existing, right? Or with Orchist being a good deck, right? Sky Striker is still technically playable. No one's complaining about that, right? But like, that's an incredibly powerful deck that still has the ability to play. Not talking about 0 being a card that's a problem. Anyway, that's all. I don't know. I just haven't experienced any of the things that people are talking about when it comes to like things that they hate. And so I'm like, eh. If it were good, I'd probably see it. Anyway, let's do memes. We all love memes, right? We all love whatever the hell is going on with this, right? We're all super. These memes are great. Anyway, favorite archetypes, anyone? What's your favorite archetype? E-Hero. Hecka Hands. True. Orcust. Okay, Metalmorph. Yummy. It's not Avalon. Sorry, Star Yummy. SpongeBob, am I right? 7.8 out of 10. Too much water. Excuse me, sir? Oh, that's a... Wow, that is a deep cut joke. The fact that I know what that is in reference to is dumb as hell. The striker card that shuffles back, then bounces a cancer? Yeah, that is one of the worst design cards. What was I saying? This is in reference to one of the IGN reviews for Pokemon Emerald, I believe, or the Pokemon's Ruby and Sapphire, I think. And it said Hoenn had too much water, which is true. Like, that is a fact, right? But people always clown on it as, like, a bad review because they see the, like, not even Sparks Notes version, like, the thumbnail version of the review, and it's just, like, too much water. It's hilarious. Oh, it was Oris. Okay, that makes more sense. It's still hilarious. Isn't it a Subnautica 2 review? No, it is originally a Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Subnautica 2's whole thing is water, so that's fair. But it's like, oh, this like really good game was boiled down to too much water, which again is objectively true. Hoenn does have too much water. Anyway, excuse me, sir. Dark Fairy Son or Light Fiend Daughter? Water. Okay. Activating Ash in 2026. Button that does nothing. I'm just gonna scroll past that because for my fifth summon, I bro summoned 5 times. I'm sorry. This is actually a very funny meme. No, wait. No, wait. It's good. Dude, the amount of times that you would... Okay, I don't know how many people will know this, but if you played Duel Links when Thunder Dragon was popular, if you ever saw the opponent had a response, you were like, Thunder Dragon. So if you were the Thunder Dragon player, you had to make sure you turned your button off, because otherwise they would immediately know Thunder Dragon, because it was the only thing that was possibly activatable at the time. And so, I don't know, it just brought me back to that of like, that's the only thing it could be. So now anytime, almost anytime I think about like what my opponent could possibly have, one thought that always pops into my head, if they just like haven't activated anything, the first thought that pops into my head is just, is that Thunder Dragon Dark? It's so funny. Anyway, good meme. Good meme. Great meme. 10 out of 10. No nuts. I even like that it's facing him too. It's also massive, which is very funny. Anyway. Careful, kid. That man plays Genesis. Oh, gosh. Yeah, MBT. I will say, Genesis is great. Great format. 10 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. This is maybe the worst tweet I've... one of the worst tweets I've ever read. Man, Twitter users, am I right? Starting to get annoying, Master Duel players, when they don't win the coin toss in event duels. True. This is... Okay, here's the thing. I can understand way more if you lose the die roll or the coin toss in ranked. Right? Because in ranked, there are so many more decks that just kill you going first, where you do not get to play the game, right? Which is why I'm like, hey, why don't we just get into the game and then they have to click the surrender button and then we don't do this whole rigmarole of like, you don't get a win or something of that nature. Like, at least force the opponent to just play the game. I guarantee way more people will actually play the game and way more people will likely win games as well that they thought they couldn't. Anyway, event duels, like 99% of the time, are 100% playable going second. That made no sense. Sorry. 99% of the time, they are totally playable going second and are probably way more interesting if you go second. Right? And yet, consistently, they just don't play the game. When I lost the die roll, I faced Orcus full combo. Okay, and? By the way, the yesterday's memes, or the yesterday's cards, today's gameplay, or what is it? Today's cards, yesterday's gameplay. That's what it is. Yesterday's gameplay, today's cards. It's the tagline for Genesis. Because the idea is that they took away some of the mechanics from today's game. Right? Links, pendulums, extra monster zones, stuff of that nature. But you still get to use all of the cards that are new, right? Like Clown Crew, or Radiant Typhoon, or Cool Tune. Anyway. Gee, I sure do hope nobody of note laughs at this. Most decks have unique and interesting ways to summon dragons, or to summon monsters. Well, dragons too, and then dinos. It's this guy again. He came back with another joke about Kragan. Who are you? What? Okay, I started to think that these were getting weaker almost after the first one. Probably after the second one. Absolutely after the third one. This is bad. Like, this isn't even funny. It's just... Okay. Sure. There is no war on Fire King Island. What a beautiful day here in Fire King Island. Surely nothing bad will ever happen. Cough, cough, wink, wink. Very unique and fun decks. Whenever I face a rogue deck, it's always you three. I always end up seeing random-ass synchros. Maybe that's just me. Anyway. The second ritual monster with 5,000 attack has been revealed. Finally a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. True. True. Except for this one's unaffected. Whereas this one is not. Is there really only 2 monsters? Hold on. Hold. Hold. Hold on. Min attack. 5k. Yep, there is just 2. I guess, to be fair, there isn't a lot of monsters that have 5k attack. That is a notable... And Flower Guardian. A notable stat line. I did not know this card had 5,000 attack. Why is the Flower Guardian here? Anyway. You're just cheap knockoff. Oh no, I'm the upgrade. Who? Who is he? Who are you? Who? I don't know who these people are. Anyway. I don't like this rock, Robert. It's pissing me off. What does this meme? She was never the same after the incident. You could have just all you could have said is she wasn't the same after the incident, and then just put a picture of Machigiru. That would have been enough. Why the fuck is he here? Bro clearly doesn't know that. No, they probably do. Nephthys ritual. Okay. Buster Blader, the OG dragon hater. Hold on. Why is Buster Blader talking to Raw? He's fucking divine. What are you talking about? That guy's Cybers. That guy's a worm. Wait, is that the joke? Is that it should have been Dragon? What is the line? He's not the... Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I just want to upload old memes I made. 26 Benadryl. I wish life had a horror survival minigame when I fall asleep. What? Huh? Makes more sense with the audio? I don't want to get copy struck. That's the issue. Oh, I get it. Okay, where's the Dragon Warrior? Okay. Because he's not fighting dragons. Okay. That makes sense. It's still a mid-meme. Anyway. Not this time, Dark Lord gang. Try harder next time. That's cute. What's wrong with the second meme? SpongeBob. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. What it goes. Anyway, 4 out of 10 week. 4? You gave it 4? Wow, you are generous. I'll give it a 1. There was one that made me laugh. You know what? I'll give it a 2 because 1 is the minimum. I'll give it a 2. One of them made me genuinely laugh. And this one was not bad. I feel like this one would have been so much funnier if it was just a picture of Machikiru without this. And it just said she was never the same after the incident. That was it. That would have been so much funnier. Still would have been good. Still would not have been good. But it would have at least been something. I think Duel Link meme makers posted it in the wrong subreddit. These are awful. Should we look at Duel Link's meme review? Duel Link's meme review. What is happening? Oh gosh. It was 2 hand-drawn immediately. I wasn't prepared. Most neglected character. And it's this guy. You know. That guy. Anyway. Rush Duel isn't safe from Konami's Tier 0 fetish either. Oh, okay. Yusei's dead. True. Wow, great. Haha, Rip Bozo. Hey, it's MechLord. Okay, chat. I know most of you are not aware of Duel Links in any capacity, and that's great. You're gonna get a lesson here. MechLord, there was a time where someone was posting shit memes on Duel Links meta that like quote unquote violated the rules for meme posting. I don't know. It was stupid. The point is, memes are bad. To be fair, MechLord posts a ton of awful memes all the time. Right? And you'll see his name will show up probably like 5 more times. Guaranteed. Okay? He complained to the Reddit moderation team and on duellinksmeta.com, again, to the like moderation team, to get the other person who was posting a bunch of like shit memes to get them banned. And they got banned. Now, we're going to see MechLord's shit memes. Oh, look, another shit meme. Wow, crazy. Who would have guessed? The Limit 1 list grows funnier with every new hit. Hey, welcome to the gang, kid. We got Ophion, Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon, Ancient Gear Cannon. What did Ancient Gear Cannon do? He enables easy victories through effective damage alone. Let's see if I can find another MechLord meme. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at another one! Oh, whoa, crazy! Oh, is there going to be another one? Up, up, up. No, we only got 3 this time. Normally we get like 5. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was joking. Anyway, very funny. Very, very funny. Semilu at least has source sometimes. Ah, dude. McLord. Anyway, Dark Side of Rush Duel. Rush Duel, rookie 1 to gold 5. Rush Duel, gold 5 to cog. Isn't that 1 rank? Also, Rush Duel. Okay, here's my experience with Rush Duel. Post this picture over the entire thing. Just this picture of her crying here and here. And it's just Rush Duel in any capacity. Dude, I fucking hate Rush Duel. I wish I liked it. No, I don't. I really don't. It's a game for children that they're somehow going to fuck up and not make a game for children. Like, this is the most slam dunk easy game for specifically children, and yet it is unplayable for children outside of Japan. Great game. 10 out of 10. No notes. Why the fuck would I play this in fucking Duel Links as a child? I hate it here. Rush propagandist, forget the balance team for speed plus Rush share the same singular brain cell. Yep. Anyway, who needs anti-gambling ads when we're playing Duel Links? Let's go. In and out. Only 80 pack polls. 140 packs and 9 SR guaranteed later. And it's X. Right, yep. Did you know that Axe Raider is a fucking UR in this game? From a box? Anyway. It's a child format in a Lawbook game. True. Engine Gear players seeing that they got a card banned and other limited to 1 while Stardust only got cards limited to 3. Dude, dude, every fucking ban. Hold on. Chat, story time. Let's talk about the most recent ban list from the from Duel Links. Because holy shit, it's so funny every time. Let's scroll. Do they do the whole? Yeah, okay. So, okay, do you see all of these cards here? Almost every single one of these is used specifically to floodgate you and or FTK you. That's it. Do you want to know how many cards on the ban list consist of exactly these style of cards? Like 90% of them. I wish I was joking. That's pretty much the entire ban list at this point. Because they keep releasing bullshit skills that do random jank. And you're just like, why the fuck can I draw 3 in a 4,000 life point game? The amount of FTKs is comical. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for coming to the history lesson. Synchro summoning. Synchro summon. Synchro summon. The hell kind of what? Okay. That's a meme, I guess. Sure. Anyway, what fusions? Worm excavator, the heavy cavalry Draco. There are other worms, you know, but this one is awesome. What? What? Huh? Awesome. I summon your monster, Grandma. No. Huh? Is this just like, oh, they only ever summon these guys? Is that the joke? Okay. I don't know. I don't play Rush Duel. I can't tell if this is a good meme. Anyway, Konami save Duel Links again. I killed Stardust player. I killed Stardust, comma, or period. That should be a period. Players come back in. Players can come back in. You're not going to make another tier 0 format to sell packs, right? Right? Holy shit, I had a stroke reading that. What the help? What rush is too expensive? MFs sound like. What rush is too expensive? MFs sound like. Food, data, rent, speed, utility. Someone who is good at economy, please help me budget. My rush deck is dying. Spend less on speed? No. Rush is expensive. Because speed is expensive. So you basically only get to choose one. You can't play both. The fuck are you talking about, MacLord? Speed is normal Duel Links. Speed duels, which is what Duel Links is. Anyway. The perks of having no main box. Oh, Duel Links, my gems are getting real low. Rush players 3 times every new box with surplus gems. No shit, for real? Yeah, but then you'd have to play Rush Duel. Ew. Zephyr tier 0 inbound. I ain't reading that shit. You can't make me. Konami, let Zephyr be a good dick. Yes. Be a good deck and my life is yours. So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, sure. Is there a deck out there that you wish have more support? This isn't a meme. Why is this here? We fixed the game. No more Stardust. No more FTKs. Come back, players. Spend your gems and play. So you're telling me no more tier 0 formats to sell new packs again? Yeah, sure. The reign of Stardust has come to an end, and apparently we already watched the entire... Why am I on Reddit? What the hell? What the fuck is Lava Golem here? Anyway. Hate Runade is back in town. Limited 2, baby. This makes Advance look versus Genesis look civil. Have you ever seen a Yu-Gi-Oh player be civil? Let's be honest. It sounds like Rush Rule propaganda, because it is. Man invents fictional scenario, then gets angry about it. That feels like almost all of these memes. Snore is right, dude. Man, these memes suck. Anyway, we do have some new cards to talk about. We also haven't... I haven't talked about the new manga style artworks. They're pretty cool. I don't really have anything to say about them. Like, there's some solid artworks, obviously, from or inspired by the manga. I don't know if any of these are actually from the manga. Just don't know. I haven't read the manga, but they're cool looking. I don't really have anything to say about them. Players like MechLord really can't comprehend that Rush Rule is targeting a different audience. He was the one arguing for it. That's just a different guy. Also, is her hair in a circle? Is that what's happening in this artwork? No. The hell? That's just a different card. What the hell? Bro made a portal with her hair. Comedy, dude. Holy shit. Gaia looks similar. Most of these look very similar, and then this one's just different person. That's just a different person. That's funny. Anyway, we do have a few new cards. We have the new Dark Paladin and the new Silent Monarch. They have their overframes as well. Let's take a look at them. We have the new 101 Silent Honor Arc Soul Asylum, which is what? I don't have a joke for that. Rank 4, Water, Xyz, Aqua, Effect Monster with 2110. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. You can only use the first effect of this card 10 once per turn. You can detach 1 material from this card, then activate one of these effects. Choose 1 level 4 monster in your grave except the detached monster, and if you do, add it to your hand 1 level 4. Sorry, choose a level 4 except the detached monster. Then add to your hand a level 4 with the same attribute and type, but different name from the chosen graveyard monsters. Monsters? Oh, sorry. I read the apostrophe wrong. Or you can target a monster your opponent controls and attach that monster to this card as material. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. It either gets to search a card or yoink a card. I actually do kind of like the idea of attaching those 2 effects to 1 effect that you can only activate once. So I do like that. And then the other one is if it would be destroyed, you detach a material instead. That's pretty cool. Good. Solid card. This card will be banned? No. People are complaining that this doesn't work with Umbral Horror, as if that wasn't the point, that Vector and Nash hated each other. Why would Nash card help Vector? Who? Anyway. Then we have the new Dark Paladin Wave Motion, which immediately makes me think that I'm going to get FTK'd by this, and I am not excited for that. It's the level 8 Dark Spellcaster Fusion Effect monster with 29 at 24. Requires a Dark Magician and a level 7 or higher monster. Must be Fusion summoned. That is very important, because it's not must first be Fusion summoned. It does say must be Fusion summoned, which guarantees that you can't reborn it, which is nice. However, gains 500 attack for each monster on the field. Can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell card or spell effect, quick effect, you can negate the effect and then destroy a card on the field. Okay. Cool. So it's just a I'm sorry, that's a soft once per turn. No, I did see that correctly. That is a soft once per turn. Spell, negate, and destroy. I don't know how I feel about that. Other than kaboom? Yeah, but that's also like saying, the fart's better than the shit, you know? It's not really saying much. Any card... Hold on. Any card in any grave that was sent there because it was destroyed by either this card's effect or battle with this card cannot activate its effects. Okay, that reads weird. It's the 3rd best Yu-Gi-Oh series? That's like saying the shit's better, or sorry, the fart's better than the shit. That's not really saying much. It's the 3rd best, don't worry. As if Yu-Gi-Oh is known for its quality anime. Sorry, I'm shitting on the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. It's fine. It works to sell cards, but it's not great. Anyway. Not a bad card. Not a bad card. Not the worst deck. Not the worst set of cards. It works. Citadelize Super Poly and Droplet. Still annoying if you can't draw the out. Yeah. Yeah. But is that every Yu-Gi-Oh card at this point? Like it's either untargetable or indestructible or negates or yeah. You can counter a bunch of different things, yeah. Because the idea is like you could negate a spell and then pop a different card. You could even pop one of your own cards to trigger one of your own effects. So there's still a lot that you could do. Like it's just such a that is such a powerful effect because it is not only a negate, but it could potentially 2 for 1. Not even 2 for 1, 2 for 0. Like it just is straight up a net positive for you, which is kind of crazy. For every anime? Sorry, what? Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime-wise is like 1 or 2 seasons of a decent shonen, and then it falls off of a cliff. I think the issue I have with it, for lack of a better term, no, I don't want to play that one, is pretty much every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is just not interesting in comparison to the myriad of actually good good shows that you could watch. Like, yes, you could watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you could watch the, like, 10,000 other actually good shonen anime. Right? And you would get pretty much the same thing, but better. Wow, crazy. Isn't that crazy? I want to play Ritual Beast. That was my idea here. We could also play Paleo. Paleo is surprisingly playable. We might play Paleo as well. But, first and foremost, let's play... Wait, can I play Min? No. Let's play... Where is it? Do I not have a... I do not. Good to know. I need to make a Ritual Beast deck, so let's do that. I could have done this better. Am I gonna do it better? No. Anyway. Ritual. Sorry. Ritual Beast. Ritual Beast. Steed. You. No, not you. Sorry. You. Kimu, Falcos. I don't think I can play any of the... Is it Princess? Oh, it's Banshee. Infernal Flame Banshee. Nemesis. Did they ban Flag? No. Okay. I thought not. They did ban Ishatas and Protoss. And I would imagine they banned the Thunder Dragon. Yes. Okay. So there's not really a point in me playing those, which means that playing Infernal Flame kind of doesn't matter. Like, I could theoretically go for that. Play Fire King? We did. What else? What else? We could play Super Poly. Wait, can I play Super Poly? Super Poly. No! Right, they banned it in this event, because it's a good event. Zark did nothing wrong. True. Emergency... Teleport. I forgot to grab the continuous. I should probably also play Bond. I also am a big fan of playing Ambush, but I know, technically speaking, it's not a good idea. That doesn't mean I don't like it. Cool. What else do we play? We could play Fissure. Because they didn't ban it. Can I play Macro? Hell yeah. The one-ofs, baby, let's go. Why is Theme Chronicle great? First time playing it? I will say Theme Chronicle this time around hasn't been as good as it's been in the past. And it's kind of dropped off as of recently. I still think it's the best of the events. But again, it's like comparing a fart to a shit. Sorry, that's a bit too mean. Theme Chronicle is fun because of the fact that it is an alternate format that has a myriad of different ways to play it. Sorry, a myriad of different decks that you normally wouldn't see in like ranked that play drastically differently and still have a high enough power level to be more or less modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Without being a fully like depowered format like that of NR. So it's a nice dichotomy between like that and NR, or like that and Genesis or something else of that nature. It's more akin to that of like Genesis, right? And it's just nice to see a lot of these really fun decks and archetypes be good. Like, you know, Plunder. There's randomly so much dual terminal in here. Gee, I wonder why. It's like we've gone through, I don't know, however many millions of dual terminal decks. Shoot, I have no idea what else to play. We probably play like Perulia, huh? Perulia. Can I play Droplet? No, not really. I don't want to play Droplet. We can play Imperm. Can I play Purge? Is it Purge? The problem is this fucker is light. No, wait, that shouldn't. Because they're all either light or wind, right? Which should work with this. Yeah, okay. Purge is the one that I can play. Purge, Imperm. We could play... What other Dominus cards? Dominus... I can't play Spiral. Because I heavily rely on these guys. Well, no, But would I ever want Spiral? If we had the other guy... No, because that one locks you into Darks or Lights. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have the Dominus Spark? Is his name? True, I should probably run Ash, huh? We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, what do I put in the extra? I don't know, a rank 4 of some kind? Z Quattro. Banshee doesn't get us anything except for this guy, right? I don't have any other Pyros in here. If I had a way to search a Psychic, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Or I could play Nib and search it out with Gallant. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I could play Doug. I guess Doug's always useful. I don't know, there's not a lot of good options. Is Nib worth playing? Probably. For what? Over what? Honestly, probably Ash. Maybe. Maybe over Macro. Yeah. Something like that. I mean, we could play Petalfin. We could play second copy of Gaia Pelio. I don't know. I was like, okay. We have 3 copies of that. I mean, we can play SP, but that like doesn't do anything. We could play Cross CP. Sure. I don't know. None of it's all that great. Cool. Let's play. Generator, but they banned both the Xyz? Well, Generator's not a solo mode deck. Or a Chronicles deck. So yeah. They banned the cards. Great hand. Lin Lion. All right, cool. Let's go inheritance. Inheritance. Reveal this guy. Add you. Pitch. Pengu? Pitch Pengu. Lauda. Send a grave. Normal elder. Elder. Extra normal for Apelio. Apelio. Banish Lauda. Lauda. Can your Hawk. Can Hawk. Banish Winda. Okay. We've already summoned Canahawk, so let's go Apelio. Canahawk effect, target. I don't think it matters what we target per se. Put back you and the Apelio. We can use the Apelio to banish the Rampengu. We can banish... No, we don't want to banish. We want to add... Oh, no. That's what we do. We add Lauda. You banish Laura again into... Oh, wait. Yeah. Normal Lauda. Lauda. I guess it's just Laura. Lara. There we go. Summon Rampengu. Rampengu effect. Gaia Pelio. Banish. Send to the graveyard a Laura. No. This guy. We summoned you. We haven't special summoned you. We special summoned everything else. Okay. So we'll go you. No, sorry. You for these two. Activate effect. Target. Target. Tag out. I also goofed there again. Going for that guy. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Sure. Grab. When. No. Link into this guy, specifically using you and I guess a beast here. We'll go Kimu Falcos. We will banish the Laura 1 to normal the Wen, to go Wen effect, to summon the Laura, to go for the Laura. Then we go for... Yeah. I guess I can't... Oh, no. Yeah. Good Doug here. Doug! Attach to, draw to, skip draw. Nice. Pitch that one. Okay. We'll click just fissure here. Sick. This guy. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be able to special summon anything here, so that's fine. We'll go effect. We'll go you and you. Keep the 2 names there. Add this guy. Should have done that first before going for... Yeah. Go for this guy. We'll banish You and Apelio. This guy for target protection. Yeah. Cool. Who the hell are you guys playing against? What? Why is it that Blaze in particular always seems to see the quitters? I don't. I see them every once in a while, but it's pretty rare. Ash. Okay. Add the boy. We need to go Canahawk Elder. Let's fucking go. Elder. Okay, cool. All right, well, that was fun. The thing is, I see them regularly, right? Like, there are a fair amount of people, including myself, who will quit before the coin flip resolves, which is one of the reasons as to why I, myself, desire to not have this stupid bullshit. Because it's like, hey, just get me into the game. If I have to surrender, just make me surrender. Just make me be like, all right, I hate it here. Get me out of this game. Right? Make me make that choice. Don't let me do whatever this bullshit rigmarole is of like, I'm gonna just not play the game. Or like, I'm gonna make it so that you don't get a win either. Smile. I find that very, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to do that. It's like, what? Why am I capable of doing that? Elsword players are almost on par with League players. Don't say that. That's rude. Don't be mean to League players like that. I could go Chemo Falcos, I could Banish, I could Extra Normal, Trigger, Summon, then go that guy, but then I wouldn't have a guy that I'd be able to properly summon with. Oh, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I did that anyway. Okay, yeah. Okay, we do this. We do this. We do Chemo Falcos. I guess I could just do this? No. Okay, we go Chemo. Chemo Falcos. Banish you. Extra Normal. Sure, link point. Trigger effect. Summon Can Your Hawk. Can Your Hawk. Banish. I guess it doesn't matter technically what I banish. I could banish either Beast or Tamer. I guess it's Elder. That's the best option. And then we go Can Your Hawk. We go Canahawk, target. Send you, summon you. Yeah. Tag out. Summon. I forgot they asked me, I'm not gonna lie. Just totally forgot about that. Okay. Elder. Winda. Canahawk. Into grave. Add to hand. I've already used 2 extra normals. No, I haven't. I haven't used the Elder extra normal, but I have no way of really doing that. See, if you do that, I think that's fine. If you just determine, like, I don't want to play this game anymore, that's fine. But at the very least, that should be the choice. You should have to choose whether or not you're even going to play the game. Sorry. You should have to choose that you're surrendering, specifically. Not just that nobody's going to play that game. I think like that's just kind of lame. But it also doesn't make sense because it's one of those things in almost every other game that is the case, right? It's like in Duel Links, they do that. In Magic the Gathering, they do that. In Pokemon, they do that. In pretty much every other card game, in Shadowverse, they do that. In name another game. In pretty much every other game, they do that. Where it's like, you get into the game, and the game has already decided for you whether you're going first or second. It's like, that's great. Do that. Do that more. I don't know why they don't. Because it doesn't make sense. Especially the fact that you can, like, quit out of it. It's very silly. Very silly. Very silly. Ooh, E-Tell me. That's interesting. Alright. Louder. Hold on. There's a thing called salty queuing. We all know that there are people who will just click queue because they're like, I just went like 0-4. Oh, I gotta win a game. I gotta win. Me, I do that. Me, bitch. I do that. So I get it. Bro, you're not gonna glean anything from reading this guy, Hawk. I guarantee it. You're gonna be like, sure, you can banish a guy. And I'm gonna do fucking cold fusion on you. And you're gonna be like, what the hell just happened? Response? Nothing. Fucking nut. Alright. Target 1, 2. Yep. Imperm. Watch. Wee. 1, 2. Imagine not knowing what ritual beasts do. Couldn't be me. I'm being mean. I'm being mean. Yeah, add this guy. Add Elder. We'll go Canyon Hawk. We'll banish. Elder. Yep, knew it. Happens every time. Dude, Ritual Beast, people just do not play against this deck. Genuinely. In my case, where I see a large population that by raw numbers everyone can't possibly be salty queuing. You're right. Not everyone is. Just because you happen to encounter them does not mean everyone is. Now, I will say, in ranked, it tends to happen less, unless you are at specifically ranks where you can't D-rank, which is why I think you should be able to D-rank at every rank. So there's that, right? In like Master 1, Master 5, Diamond 5, etc. It happens a lot more, right? Though I will say, at lower ranks in general, whether it is in an event or in actual ranked, oftentimes what you will see is a lot of people trying and giving up early, and oftentimes too early, even though they still potentially had a chance, right? They'll like make a mistake and then they'll just be like, I'm out. Or maybe they won't even make a mistake. They'll just be like, I'm out. I don't know what's going on here. I'm out. I'm out of here. Which is, again, reasonable. That's fine, right? But specifically at like some of those higher ranks, what will oftentimes happen is that if people feel safe, they'll just be like, whatever. I don't want to play this game. I'm just going to try and get lucky, right? Which is annoying. And in events specifically, oftentimes you will see that even more because there's no incentive for you to stick around other than to play a game, to have fun playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which a lot of people aren't here to do, clearly. That's it. But the point that I'm making about your whole, oh, but like everyone does it. No, everyone doesn't do it. Clearly, that doesn't happen nearly as often against me. Or other such individuals. You may be the exception that proves the rule, as opposed to the rule itself. Right? So, that's all. It is frustrating that it exists, because it's such a simple thing that Konami could immediately fix right now, and it would never happen again, because it literally could be impossible, and yet they refuse to do that. And I think that's the greater issue, not the actual community itself. Because saying like, oh, you're taking advantage of a rigged system or like a faulty system is like saying, oh, you're playing a meta deck. Not to the same degree. And I think there is a bit more nuance in it, but it's kind of to that same idea of like, oh, you're electing to make use of a maybe not flawed system in some cases, but like a system, and you're taking advantage of it to give yourself the best advantage, regardless of the other player. Which is like, hey, if there's a tier 0 deck, you're still going to play the tier 0 deck, regardless of whether or not it's fair. That may not always be the case. You may be an individual who doesn't like that and who ends up finding it more frustrating. The point still stands that a lot of people will, and that's not a bad thing. Anyway, that's all. Cool. Well, I don't think I played a single game with this deck. I think I started playing the game and every single player went, I'm out of here. Which is very funny. We even went second, and they still said, nah, I'd rather die. Which, reasonable. I probably would do the same. We're gonna play, actually, am I gonna play War Rock? I could just end stream. Thoughts? Yeah, I have stuff to do. I'm gonna end stream there on the black screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, I like very much, so appreciate it. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.